Within the emerald heart of the Sundarbans, a realm woven from mangrove roots and whispered legends, a shadow detaches itself from the deeper darkness. It is a presence more felt than seen, a ripple in the fabric of the jungle. Sunlight, fractured by the dense canopy above, dapples the forest floor in a shifting mosaic of gold and green. But here, in the undergrowth, the light struggles to penetrate. This is the domain of the phantom, the king of this waterlogged kingdom. A low, guttural growl, a sound so deep it feels like the earth itself is clearing its throat, vibrates through the humid air. It is a warning, a declaration of sovereignty that sends a tremor of silence through the chattering monkeys and the melodic birds. Every creature, from the smallest insect to the largest deer, holds its breath. They know the sound. They know the hunter. Slowly, deliberately, a massive head emerges from a curtain of broad, waxy leaves. The face is a masterpiece of natural art, a canvas of fiery orange slashed with bold black stripes, each one as unique as a human fingerprint. The fur around the jowls is a stark, brilliant white, framing a mouth that holds the power of life and death. But it is the eyes that truly command the scene, the eyes that hold the soul of the wild. They are not merely yellow, they are molten gold, glowing with an internal fire, burning with an intensity that seems to scan not just the physical world, but the very intentions of all that moves within it. These are the eyes of a Bengal tiger, a creature of myth and majesty, and in their luminous depths lies a story of survival, power, and the untamed spirit of the wilderness. The tiger, a magnificent male in his prime, takes a step forward. Each movement is a study in controlled power and fluid grace. His massive paws, the size of dinner plates and tipped with claws like curved daggers, pressed silently into the damp, loamy soil. He is a ghost in his own jungle, a nearly silent predator despite his immense size. He weighs over 500 pounds, a solid mass of muscle and bone, yet he moves with the stealth of a wisp of smoke. His body is long and sinuous, a perfect engine of ambush and pursuit. The powerful shoulders ripple with contained strength as he pushes through the tangled vegetation. The dense bushes parting before him as if paying respect to their rightful ruler. He is not just passing through this environment. He is a part of it, the apex of its intricate food web, the living embodiment of its raw primal energy. His senses are a symphony of hyper-awareness, each one tuned to the faintest disturbance in his territory. His large rounded ears swivel independently, capturing the rustle of a leaf, the snap of a twig, the distant nervous call of a chital deer. His nose, a wet black leather patch, twitches, deciphering the complex tapestry of scents carried on the breeze. He can smell the sweet perfume of mangrove blossoms, the rich decay of the forest floor, and, most importantly, the faint, alluring scent of prey. His whiskers, long and sensitive, act as an extension of his body, brushing against the foliage to gauge distances and navigate the tight spaces of the undergrowth without making a sound. He is a perfect predator, honed by millennia of evolution to be the ultimate hunter in this challenging terrain. He continues his patrol, a silent guardian of his domain. The path he walks is not random. It is a well-trodden route that marks the boundary of his territory. He moves with a purpose that is both ancient and immediate. He is driven by hunger, by the instinct to protect his realm from rivals, and by the primal urge to continue his lineage. The dense bushes that surround him are not an obstacle but an ally, providing cover and concealment. The stripes on his coat, so vibrant and bold in the open, now work as perfect camouflage, breaking up his outline and allowing him to melt into the play of light and shadow. To a casual observer, he would be all but invisible, a phantom hiding in plain sight. As he walks, his eyes, those glowing orbs of focused alertness, never cease their scan. They are constantly in motion, darting left and right, peering into the deep shadows, assessing every flicker of movement. There is a profound intelligence in that gaze, a deep understanding of the rhythms of the jungle. He is not just looking for a meal. He is reading the story of the forest. He sees the tracks of a wild boar that passed by hours ago. He notes the agitated state of a flock of jungle, and he hears the far-off alarm call that signals a potential threat or opportunity. His world is a constant stream of information, and his brain processes it with lightning speed, making life-or-death decisions in a fraction of a second. The glow in his eyes is the physical manifestation of this intense mental activity, a beacon of predatory consciousness in the heart of the wild. He pauses, one massive forepaw held suspended in midair. His entire body goes rigid, a sculpture of coiled tension. His head lowers slightly, his ears angled forward, his gaze fixed on a point deep within the thicket. He has detected something. It could be the scent of a rival male, the flicker of a doe's ear, or the subtle sound of a creature unaware of its imminent danger. The air around him grows heavy with anticipation. The jungle, which had just begun to breathe again, falls silent once more. This is the moment that defines his existence, the pivot point between silent patrol and explosive action. The muscles in his hind legs bunch, preparing to launch his powerful frame forward in a devastating burst of speed. The silence is no longer peaceful. It is electric, charged with the promise of violence and the brutal, beautiful finality of the hunt. His eyes, now burning brighter than ever, are locked on his unseen target. Glowing with the chilling, beautiful light of a king about to claim his crown. The first minute is crucial to captivating the audience. In the heart of the Sundarbans, where the murky waters of the delta meet the tangled roots of the mangrove forest, a shadow moves with silent purpose. This is the domain of a king, a predator of almost mythical status, the Bengal tiger. The camera pans slowly across a dense wall of impenetrable green, the air thick with the hum of insects and the distant cry of a macaque. The light is dim, filtered through the thick canopy above, creating a mosaic of light and shadow on the forest floor. There is a palpable tension in the air, a sense of being watched by unseen eyes. The rustle of leaves is the only sound that breaks the oppressive silence, a subtle hint of movement that betrays the presence of something large and powerful. Then, through a small gap in the foliage, a stripe of brilliant orange and black appears, as vivid as a flame against the monochrome green. The camera pushes in, slowly, cautiously, as if afraid to disturb the scene. More of the animal is revealed, the powerful shoulder muscles rippling beneath its patterned coat. Suddenly, a face emerges from the dense bushes, a vision of raw, untamed power. Its eyes, the color of molten amber, are wide and glowing with an intense, focused alertness. They seem to burn through the lens, holding the viewer in an unwavering gaze. The pupils are dilated, drinking in every detail of the surroundings, missing nothing. Each whisker twitches, sensing the subtle shifts in the air currents, a living radar system attuned to the faintest scent or sound. The tiger's head is massive, its jaw set in a line of grim determination. A low guttural growl rumbles deep within its chest, a vibration you feel more than you hear, a primal warning that resonates with a deep, ancestral fear. The ears, small and rounded, swivel independently, a pair of furry satellites tracking every snap of a twig, every whisper of the wind. This is not just an animal, it is the very embodiment of the wild, an apex predator perfectly adapted to its environment. The camera holds on this mesmerizing, terrifying face, the sheer intensity of its presence filling the frame. The tiger takes a deliberate step forward, its massive paws sinking silently into the soft, muddy earth. Each movement is a study in controlled power and fluid grace, a paradox of weight and weightlessness. It moves not like a creature walking through the forest, but as if it is the forest, an integral part of the living, breathing ecosystem. The dense bushes part before it, the leaves and branches seeming to yield to its passage. Its striped coat provides the perfect camouflage, breaking up its outline and allowing it to merge seamlessly with the dappled light and shadow of the undergrowth. One moment it is there, a solid, tangible presence of muscle and fang. The next, it seems to dissolve into the background, becoming just another pattern in the complex tapestry of the jungle. This is the art of the stalk, a deadly ballet honed over millennia of evolution. The tiger is a ghost, a phantom of the mangroves, its existence a secret kept by the rustling leaves and the still, dark water. Its eyes remain locked forward, fixed on an unseen target beyond the camera's view. What has captured its attention? Is it the scent of a chital deer grazing unsuspectingly in a nearby clearing? Is it the sound of a wild boar rooting in the mud? Or is it something else? A rival tiger intruding on its territory, a challenge that must be met with overwhelming force. The narrative of the hunt is written in the tiger's posture, in the coiled tension of its muscles, in the unwavering focus of its gaze. The air crackles with anticipation. Every fiber of its being is concentrated on this single moment, this critical juncture between stillness and action. The world has shrunk to the space between the predator and its potential prey. All the sounds of the forest, the birds, the insects, the distant monkeys seem to fade into a dull background hum, muffled by the roaring silence of the tiger's concentration. The only thing that matters is the hunt, the ancient and sacred ritual of life and death that plays out daily in this wild and unforgiving land. The tiger continues its slow, methodical advance. It places each paw with surgical precision, avoiding dry leaves and brittle twigs that might betray its position with a telltale crackle. The muscles in its haunches bunch and release, propelling its immense body forward with an eerie silence. It is a creature of immense strength, capable of bringing down prey many times its own size, yet it moves with the delicacy of a cat stalking a mouse in a barn. This is the duality of the tiger, the explosive power and the patient stealth. The camera follows, struggling to keep the magnificent animal in frame as it weaves through the labyrinthine maze of mangrove roots and low-hanging vines. The sheer density of the vegetation is suffocating, a claustrophobic world where visibility is limited to a few feet in any direction. But the tiger is in its element, navigating the complex terrain with an innate and effortless familiarity. This is its home, its fortress, and its hunting ground. A shaft of sunlight breaks through the canopy, momentarily illuminating the tiger in a golden glow. For a brief instant, its coat ignites, the black stripes stark against the fiery orange fur. The raw beauty of the animal is breathtaking, a masterpiece of natural design, but the beauty is deceptive. A velvet glove over an iron fist. The moment passes and the tiger once again melts back into the shadows, its form becoming indistinct and mysterious. The play of light and shadow is its greatest ally, a cloak of invisibility that allows it to approach its prey undetected. It uses the environment to its advantage, every shadow a hiding place, every thicket a potential ambush point. The intelligence in its eyes is undeniable. This is not a mindless killing machine, but a highly strategic and calculating hunter. It is assessing, planning, waiting for the perfect moment to strike, a moment when the odds are stacked overwhelmingly in its favor. The tiger pauses behind a large, gnarled mangrove root, its body low to the ground, a coiled spring of potential energy. Only the top of its head and its glowing eyes are visible. It is the picture of patience, a predator that understands that a hurried move is a failed hunt. It can wait for hours if necessary, its body perfectly still, its senses on high alert. The tension is almost unbearable. The viewer is placed in the position of the prey, watching the silent approach of this ultimate predator. The slow, deliberate pace of the video, the close-up shots of the tiger's intense eyes, the natural sounds of the jungle all combine to create a deeply immersive and suspenseful experience. You can almost feel the humidity on your skin, smell the rich, loamy scent of the forest floor, and hear the pounding of your own heart. This is not just watching a nature documentary. It is being transported into the heart of the wild to witness a primal drama unfold. The king is on the prowl, and in his kingdom, silence is the deadliest weapon. The final, explosive charge is imminent, a foregone conclusion written in the unwavering, luminous gaze of the Bengal tiger.